1860s, we had a massive gold rush, obviously, in Victoria. Euroa was actually one of the towns that got picked up in that rush. So certainly from Euroa, Bendigo, Ballarat, Castlemaine, that whole area, where I live in Bacchus Marsh, was actually the staging ground where a lot of people would come from the boats and go up. Now we're talking towns that were basically springing up from swamps or from holes in the ground, basically. They were intense little towns full of people, a lot of poverty. There was thousands and thousands of people coming over. Ballarat, for instance, had a population of well over 100,000 people, with a town that was probably set up for 3,000 or 4,000 people, if that. Hey guys, well we've stopped off at Euroa. So Euroa is about, I will say, 2.5 hours out of Melbourne. It's known for its gold mining town. It's a very, very old town, probably built around sort of 1860s, 1870s. What's really strong about this, obviously you can see the natural beauty looking down this river. There's also this amazing sense of homegrown food here, and that's what's really, really important. A lot of the local restaurants around these areas, the gold mining towns, they're actually very self-sufficient on their farmers that are in the local areas. You can honestly see, just from the beauty of the birds flying around, how natural it is, and it's absolutely stunning. It's an absolutely stunning place. So relaxing. And we're going to hang around for a couple minutes, and then we'll probably hit the road again, and we're going to go stop up at Albury Wodonga. So you've got this massive boom in the 1860s. Some people were obviously finding gold. That's really important. A lot of people weren't. So we had a lot of people, a lot of poverty coming over from other countries that were hoping for gold, but unfortunately they got poverty as well. So from there, what we've come up is all this farming land. So all this that you see around this beautiful area here, at one stage would have all been bush. Basically all been fell, but now it's pretty much country land. So a lot of this here is cattle grazing, a lot of it's beef production, a lot of it's sheep production. So it's really, really renowned for that. Certainly in that period, once the gold dried up, the sheep became such a big thing, and certainly Australia's economy grew for the next 100 years on the back of the sheep, pretty much like New Zealand as well. So we've got these beautiful little towns that spring up through sudden abhorrent wealth, but then what happens is, once the gold dries up, the people then leave, you're left with these very large towns, but there's nothing in there, there's no infrastructure. So now what we're seeing in a lot of these little country properties is we're starting to see a tree change in people. So we're seeing a lot of those people who are based in Sydney and Melbourne and Adelaide, all those big towns, those big epicentres, are now moving out to the country again. You can see it's really beautiful out here. This is just a stunning little lake leading into the wine region of northern Victoria. So we look here, it's called the Kink Valley up here. We look into places like Rutherglen, which it goes along the Murray River. It's really, really popular with its Shirazes and its deep reds. You'll see a lot of these little towns up sort of as we go further north. That's their big thing. They get a lot of these people coming off the highways, and they get wine connoisseurs, and they get the local cheeses. We're actually in the area of Wangaratta here. So Wangaratta is actually known for its cheese. We start to get into the real country feel of food, what it's all about. So we're going to start exploring it. We're going to find a bit as we go along. We're going to start cooking it. Now we're starting to get the cafe owners, the small producers, the people who are growing things that are different. And that's really the lifeblood of these sort of country towns as we go. You'll see these beautiful mountains that are all around the whole area, and they sort of tend to surround the little town. They were generally built on rivers because that was where gold was. So as far as food goes, these little towns are now starting to thrive on highways such as the Hume Highway. The Hume Highway really is like a big blood vein that goes through the town now, through the states, joins them up, and creates this link. You know, we're 2.5, 3 hours up the road, and you could pretty much stop at any of these little towns along the way and get some beautiful coffee. You could get some local flour produced, you could get some bread.